You know those old school laser levels that usually need tripods and clamps, as well as way too much patience to operate? Well, you can pretty much forget about them, thanks to the brilliantly designed, and dare we say affordable, M-Cube02. This thoughtfully crafted little device is basically the stick-it-and-go, laser-level version of the future. Instead of balancing on wobbly stands, it uses a built-in vacuum system with a jaw-dropping 55,000 pascals of suction, and doesn't care whether it's sticking to tile, wood, concrete, or brick. What's more, once it's locked in place, you'll have a full 360-degree rotation to work with, plus a combination setup of a laser level and a laser measure in one. But the benefits don't stop there, because you can pair the M-Cube02 with your phone via Bluetooth. Simply open the Mazer app and run completely remote measurements, allowing you to see real-time data and tweak settings with ease. All of this comes in at around $129, which feels suspiciously low for something that saves both your neck and your sanity. When you're going to be up against a flooded basement, pond, or a soggy construction pit, you're going to need something that acts fast and can keep up with the work. The Einhell 3-in-1 Submersible Pump is your new set-it-and-forget-it drainage friend. It's a compact powerhouse with stainless steel housing and high-quality seals, as well as the ability to move up to 5,151 gallons or 19,500 liters of water per hour. The built-in aqua sensor lets you tweak the suction level. There are modes that range from gunky pond suction at about 0.6 to 1.4 inches or 15 to 35 millimeter to razor-thin wipe-dry clear water suction down to 0.04 inches or 1 millimeter. Add in low-level auto pump out, so as soon as you hit the 0.6 inch or 15 millimeter mark, it fires up and keeps going until it's basically dry. You simply have to twist the suction control with a simple dial to shift it from shallow cleanup mode to full-on drainage mode. It shrugs off water temperatures up to 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius, so summer or winter, it will provide the best possible performance. The Revopoint Trackit is a 3D optical scanner built for speed and precision. It transforms the tedious task of capturing and processing large objects into a more streamlined and simplified experience. Skip the stickers, the scanning spray, and the endless calibration entirely. This device turns 3D scanning into a quick, marker-free process that will feel almost too easy, with 30 blue laser cross lines for full surface coverage, and a single line mode for chasing down deep crevices and tight holes. It captures up to 1.5 million points per second, whether you're digitizing a coin, a car panel, or anything in between. The built-in smart anchor system uses the included anchor blocks to lock in airtight frame stitching, so you can manage large projects and keep everything perfectly aligned. Pair that with a seamless 360-degree capture, and you've got industrial-grade precision without the six-figure price. Plus, you can control everything in RevoScan, the free, full-suite software that can scan, process, edit, and merge models. It works with industrial robot arms for a perfectly automated workflow. The price is $3,137, and it's just equally as happy running handheld or as a standalone scanner. When you're staring down a chunk of steel, stainless, or cast iron, you don't want a tool that just barely gets the job done. You want one that chews through material, and that's exactly where these next-generation 6 burrs are built for. Perhaps not so surprisingly, their secret lies in their design and the unique cutting geometry that is made to move the metal twice as fast as standard burrs, without ever giving any of the control or surface finish away. They're designed to handle the heaviest of hitters. Think places like shipbuilding yards, aircraft assembly lines, and large-scale fabrication shops where downtime is the enemy. They're just as confident for aggressive stock removal on mild steel as they are on tougher alloys. Next-generation 6 burrs come with specialized cutting edges that stay sharp, can easily resist clogging, and always leave you with a clean surface that's ready for welding or final finishing. They are the closest to an industrial-strength metal sculptor you'll likely to find outside of a foundry. What would you say if we told you that the tedious task of painting could be completely transformed into your favorite job on site? Stay tuned to see how. Mechasys is a company that has built a reputation for rugged, reliable tech that thrives where most other tools give up the fight and start begging for mercy. Their XR projector is no exception to the standard. While most projectors throw in the towel when conditions get extreme, this one starts gearing up, and it isn't picky about where it can work either. Thanks to its IP54 protection and shock-resistant casing, the XR projector is built to last through the most demanding and impossibly harsh environments and conditions without breaking a sweat or a circuit board. Once it's powered up, you get crisp, razor-sharp construction drawings projected right where you need them. True to life, full scale, and ready in seconds, since setup takes only 3 minutes. And it's got an ultra-light tripod and battery-powered design. You can skip the tangle of cables and marking hassles. Plus, the built-in smart scan technology keeps everything lined up, while built-in tracking lets you monitor changes as they happen. At just 24 pounds or 11 kilograms, it's light enough to sling over your shoulder like a backpack. Painting's never been the quietest or easiest gig, but that's because people probably don't have access to the Wagner ProSpray PS 4.23. This sprayer has the power to really rewrite the rulebook. It makes long sessions way less taxing on your arms and ears by cutting the carry burden and shedding nearly 22% of its overall weight, as well as dialing the noise down to a whisper by being 5 times quieter compared to older models. It's not just about comfort, because the sprayer has built-in Bluetooth capabilities and IntelliSync technology that uses your smartphone to link it directly to the Spray Manager app. So you can just scan your paint can, and the app instantly adjusts nozzle type, pressure, and settings for a perfect spray with no need for you to do no manual filling or guesswork. If you're more interested in chasing that professional edge, the Special Head Pro Tip 517 creates a soft, feathered finish on all surfaces. All this innovation comes with a price tag around $5,000, but considering the boost in overall quality you'll get, it's an investment that pays off in every coat. Sometimes the toughest jobs happen in the smallest, most cramped spaces. The tools you have at your disposal need to be just as nimble and powerful to get the job done, right, no matter how weird or cramped the work area is. Luckily, you can trust Milwaukee to make something that will fit the bill. Their wonderfully compact Die Grinder angle grinder, measuring just 4.6 inches or 12 centimeters long. This little tool slips into corners and crevices that would leave most other grinders completely unfunctional. Despite what would seem like its tiny size, it's got a lot of power built into its small frame. It packs around 20% more power than its pneumatic rivals, all thanks to Milwaukee's advanced Power State brushless motor that delivers smooth and consistent torque for the most efficient operation possible. There's also an integration of smart tech like RedLink Plus intelligence that protects the tool from overload and overheating, and the Red Lithium CP 2.0 battery pack keeps you going longer on a single charge. It's all going for about $336. How much would you expect from a little tool that fits right into your pocket? Stay tuned to have your mind blown. Lathes are actually the unsung heroes of precision machining. A good lathe turns raw materials into perfectly shaped components with speed and accuracy, and it should be easy to use. Having a reliable lathe is essential for any workshop aiming for consistently professional results. Whether you're crafting custom parts or detailed prototypes, when precision is non-negotiable and your project demands flawless detail, the EDGForge lathe will step up to the challenge every time. Since it has been designed for those really ambitious creators, this little beast combines ultra convenience with micrometric accuracy. Impressively, it lets you dial in spindle speeds up to 8,000 RPM for smooth, impressively consistent results. It also handles each material with impressive dexterity, and swapping between materials with a simple changeover takes just a few minutes. It has a remarkably user-friendly interface, and the design packs power and control into a single space-saving package, making it perfect for everything from a simple home workshop to prototyping or even small-scale manufacturing. Moreover, it sells for just $449, so it's kind of hard to beat in terms of affordability. Before Cubiio 3, getting professional level engraving meant investing in giant clunky machines, or having to wrestle with software that felt like a relic from the 90s. Then came Muhers, a Taiwan startup born in a university lab. It was on a mission to prove that innovation could happen anywhere, and with tech that could fit in your pocket. This next-gen engraving cube weighs in at less than 7 ounces or 200 grams, yet handles over 100 different materials at incredible speeds. If you want to etch a design onto a knife, you can do it in about 40 seconds, and all without software overhead, just Wi-Fi and your imagination. The original Cubiio's success was amazing. It was nothing short of a revolutionary portable engraver that proved you could shrink workshop-grade precision into a handheld cube. Cubiio 3 now builds on this success and lets anyone unlock a nearly endless range of creative possibilities for engraving work on just about anything, from leather and wood to acrylics and even some materials, and even some metals, to name a few. This engraver currently sells for $750. Think of the XLASERLAB X1 and X1 Pro as the next multi-tool you're going to fall in love with. The benefits these portable machines bring to the table are astounding, from transforming a bare sheet of steel into custom-cut components to etching designs so fine they could pass for hand-drawn art. For a long time, laser systems were split into two worlds. There are massive, expensive industrial machines that require years of training, or small, underpowered gadgets that couldn't handle serious work. But XLASERLAB has built its name on making advanced laser tech accessible. They decided there was no reason you couldn't have it all in one machine. The result is the XLASERLAB X1 and X1 Pro. These portable units can weld, cut, clean, and even strip away rust with the kind of precision that rivals larger industrial systems. And with up to 700 watts of power, they handle carbon steel, aluminum, and stainless steel. And their advanced safety systems mean you can even weld underwater. Beginners can get up and running quickly, and you can get one of these X Series models for around $2,099. If you've ever wrestled around with buckets of self-leveling compound, you'll appreciate the Collomix LevMix. Born from German engineering, this mobile mixer combines mixing, transport, and pouring into one compact machine. And it isn't just efficient, but surprisingly fast too. One handler using the LevMix can easily cover 4,300 square feet or 400 square meters in around 90 minutes. It mixes up to 1,076 square feet or 100 square meters per hour, leaving competitors in the dust. What is arguably even better than that, the exclusive VLX double paddle design whips your mix until lump-free, air bubble-free flow that pours like silk. When it's go time, you can simply roll it into place on its smooth casters, tilt with the ergonomic swing arm, and pour directly from the robust, tool-free detachable bucket. Add in dust port compatibility, quick couple paddle removal via Hexafix, and optional pneumatic tires for rough terrain. And it really becomes clear that Collomix thought of every last detail. At around $3,500, the LevMix lets one person perform like a crew of 3. If there was a cure-all fix for those pesky leaks, would you jump on the opportunity to invest in this right away? We have a solution coming up. Leaks can be very sneaky, especially when they are hidden under pool liners or roofing membranes, and achieving perfect waterproofing can often be much harder than it sounds. This job alone can quickly turn into an endlessly nightmarish game of hide and seek, but not if you have a bit of clever leak detection tech assistance on your side. It's also why having a reliable, quality check tool isn't just nice to have, it's essential. But then again, the Swiss tech powerhouse Leister has been quietly defining testing precision for decades, and has quietly set its own benchmarks in the industry. Their vacuum plate 100 LP is a completely cordless tester that manages to be as handy as it is clever, and the entire unit, weighing in at just 4.4 pounds or 2 kilograms, is a minimalist marvel. It sells for $1,620 right now, and is easily handled with one hand, even when you're on a ladder. What's more, it comes with a suction system that is powered by a battery and is incredibly strong and trustworthy. It also holds steady for up to 7 hours on a single Bosch amp share battery. In upholstery and auto interior work, Precision and control makes all the difference. There can't be any room for clumsy tools or half measures, because every misplaced staple or uneven edge can ruin hours of work and waste expensive materials. But Meite has been in the game so long that no one needs to tell them this, and their 7116BL stapler was built with exactly these challenges in mind. This pneumatic stapler runs at an operating pressure of 60 to 100 psi, or around 7 atmospheres, giving you steady, reliable firing without over-penetration. The extended muzzle is also a real advantage here, allowing you to reach deep into grooves and awkward spaces where a standard stapler just can't go. And if a stapler ever jams, the split nose designs means you can clear it in seconds without losing your rhythm. The overmolded grip keeps your hand comfortable even on long jobs, while the easy load magazine with a 125-piece capacity helps you spend more time stapling and less time reloading. Built for both performance and convenience, the Meite 7116BL delivers workshop-grade results at just $80. We love to feature all kinds of Milwaukee tools on our list, and not just the really big ones. The company knows how to build tools that last, and they also know that when it comes to something like soil compaction, contractors usually face trade-off between raw power and user comfort. But the Milwaukee MX F270 Rammer refuses to pick just one, despite being entirely cordlessly designed. It still delivers a jaw-dropping 1,312 feet, or 400 meters of compaction, or about 25 minutes of continuous ramming on a single charge. The heart of this machine is Milwaukee's Power-State brushless motor, which, when paired with the red lithium Forge battery, delivers the maximum amount of power output possible. What's more, the special RedLink Plus intelligence system adds another layer of reliability and actively monitors the tool to prevent things like overload, overheating, and over-discharge. Milwaukee also built in a tool lock to deter theft, adding a balanced frame for precision control, and made sure there are no fumes and a lot less vibration. But at a $6,500 selling point, it's a pretty serious investment. The MECHTRON is one of those that sets itself apart with performance that adapts to the task at hand in ways that ordinary screwdrivers simply can't. It delivers the finesse needed for delicate work and the strength to power through tougher materials without sacrificing comfort. This unique device, with a top speed of 1,050 revolutions per minute and a hefty 25 Newton meters or 18.5 foot-pounds of torque, makes quick work of even the most stubborn screws or bolts. Since you also get 24 torque settings, you can easily dial in exactly the amount of power you need for each project. This matters because when it comes to something like precision fastening, speed without control is a recipe for disaster, and a screwdriver that's too powerful for the job can be just as bad as one that's not powerful enough. The MECHTRON also comes with a dedicated impact mode, so it's quieter, stronger, and smarter than you'd expect from a compact driver. It comes with 18 different bits and sells for $142. Tire repair usually comes with an assortment of tools, but none compare to what we have coming up. For those who have ever had to go through the painful process of fastening something deep in a wire cage or slipping staples into a car seat groove, it won't be news that the task at hand is not always about brute force. Sometimes you need a good and thoughtfully developed tool. The Meite MTC 560 Hog Ring Gun thrives in exactly those moments. Built for upholstery shops, mattress assembly lines, auto seat repairs, and even fencing work, it blends industrial muscle with precision control like few other tools are capable of, and it's perfectly designed for both left and right-handed users. A full magazine takes 125 rings, so you're not stopping every other minute to reload, and its extended nose can go deep into tight seams or around awkward frames without forcing you into weird angles. The rubber comfort grip also keeps vibration in check, while the split nose design means jam clearing is quick and painless. It runs very happily between 80 and 120 psi, while firing sturdy 14-gauge hog rings into place like it's second nature. This hog ring gun can be yours now for $400. It doesn't really matter whether you find yourself in a grout-filled workshop at a roadside tire shop, or even in an aircraft hangar, because you'll still be able to use the GROZ tire hammer in exactly the same way and get the same great results. The brilliant brains behind the unique design are aware that separating a stubborn bead from a rim is no small feat. That's probably why they created it, so that when it comes to getting a tire onto a rim without leaving a single mark, the GROZ tire hammer steps in like an old pro. Built with GROZ's indestructible handle tech, it combines steel, rubber, and fiberglass so well that it's not unusual to see it recommended for both wheel service and aircraft maintenance precision. The handle hides 6 spring steel bars locked securely to the head via steel plates, meaning you can hammer away without worrying the head will loosen. And for extra user control, comfort, there's a vulcanized rubber grip that absorbs shock and vibration. And when the rubber face wears down, just swap it out. No need to replace the whole hammer. The RYOBI Creeper Seat is going to make a lot of workshop dwellers very happy. This shape-shifting piece of equipment can easily be converted from a seat to a creeper, and it's designed to be just as comfortable either way. One moment it's a comfy rolling platform. The next, it's a low-profile slide board, ready to slide you under a vehicle. And because RYOBI likes to think ahead, it comes with built-in storage trays for all those nuts, bolts, and sockets that usually vanish into another dimension mid-job. The 2 integrated lamps also pump out up to 800 lumens, so you're not fumbling around in the shadows. And the frame is sturdy enough to support up to 400 pounds or 181 kilograms without buckling. It even glides smoothly on sturdy 3-inch or 7.62 centimeters casters, so you can scoot around the workplace without feeling like you're dragging a shopping cart with a bad wheel. And since it's part of RYOBI's link system, you can keep it clipped in with your other modular storage and gear. At $159, it makes a perfectly compelling argument for ditching your old shop stool. If you've ever tried to freehand an ellipse and ended up with something that looked more like a lopsided potato, the Elipso is your redemption arc moment in a handheld package. Machined from a single solid block of brass using CNC precision, this device is just as much a piece of desk jewelry with serious purpose as it is a tool. The brilliance lies in its clever swiveling holder, which accommodates pens, pencils, and even small cutting blades, letting you glide through perfect ovals like a drafting pro. It gives you a whole new level of precision and confidence in your work, and delivers that flawless symmetry every time. It's the kind of device that makes you want to invent reasons to use it. Architectural concepts, intricate patterns, decorative borders. And because it's brass, it has that satisfying weight and permanence that makes it feel like a solid and necessary part of your desk. At $987, it's a splurge. But in the world of precision instruments, it's also a lifetime investment. Multi-tools are nothing new, but that doesn't mean they won't be a life-changing addition to your tool collection, especially the one that's coming up. Wherever you go, life is bound to throw you a few curveballs, but now you can throw them right back thanks to the incredible abilities of the VexTie 12 multi-tool. It might be a bit of a cliche, but having the right tools in your pocket can really make all the difference, especially when you're out on the road and you need to quickly fix your bike or perform a few emergency repairs to your gear. The VexTie 12 is going to give you exactly that. The perfect titanium multi-tool that weighs just 1.1 ounce or 33 grams and tucks onto your keychain without adding bulk, yet delivers 12 different tools for nearly any on-the-go fixes that might pop into your day. It's basically a pocket-sized personal workshop that you can use whether you're commuting, tinkering, or just love being prepared. And it makes small repairs effortless and quick. Its swappable blades give you even more flexibility, while the tritium slot adds a very nice touch of practical brilliance in low light situations. And the $80 price tag is not too bad either, considering everything it has to offer. So far, our list has had no dearth of small and surprisingly powerful tools that prove size isn't everything. Each one fits nearly in a pocket, toolbox, or hand, yet delivers performance that rivals full-sized equipment. Now we'll introduce you to another one of these tiny technical marvels in the form of the Power-TEC Air Finger Pad Sander. It's the kind of tool that can make everything feel effortless. And when the job calls for pinpoint precision in the tightest nooks, the Power-TEC Air Finger Pad Sander is the tool that steps in and makes everything feel effortless. If you've ever tried sanding a tiny curve on a wheel, or getting into a corner so tight you swear it's mocking you, you'll understand what makes it so valuable in the first place. It spins up to 13,000 revolutions per minute, and with a weight of just 26.4 ounces or 750 grams, it feels almost buoyant in your hand. The pneumatic design delivers consistent, high-speed sanding, comfort, precision, and power, all meet here in a tool that feels like an extension of your hand for just $358. Projects don't all fit into the same neat mold, and every now and then, one will call for a little more versatility than you can handle with one tool. That tool needs to be able to shift gears on the fly, since fumbling between multiple tools is the last thing you need. The WORX Axis WX550 is a jigsaw and a reciprocating saw all rolled into one remarkably clever little machine. By clocking up to 3,000 strokes per minute, this hard-working tool slices through delicate curves or heavy-duty demolition with equal amounts of confidence and ease. This dual-function saw trims, saves time, and gives you precision results with every use. The creators have added extras like built-in LED lights, so you can always see what you're doing, and the ergonomic handle to keep your hands as comfortable as possible, while still giving you the freedom to maneuver in spaces you normally couldn't fit a saw. Plus, switching between the different modes is as simple as pressing a button and swapping the accessory, and the Access technology ensures you won't accidentally flip modes mid-cut. The cost is $166. A simple cutting project should not have the power to slow you down or ruin your materials, much less leave you with messy, uneven results. Luckily, if you use a tool like the NeoBlade, none of this has any chance of happening. Tasks like cutting leather, plastic, or wood can quickly become frustrating when your tools just can't keep up. And NeoBlade is the ultimate solution to this issue. It's a high-quality wireless ultrasonic cutter designed to bring precision to every project you take on. It does this to the highest standard possible by delivering up to 40,000 vibrations per second and adding in a smart auto adjustment that adapts to different materials automatically. The backlit cutting area keeps your lines visible, even in low light. Plus, the replaceable battery means no chance of having to deal with frustrating downtimes. And docking it to recharge is simple and convenient to boot. You would probably expect quite a price tag for a tool like this, but it goes for just $150. Dynamite sometimes comes in the smallest packages, and our next entry proves this beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you ever needed a solid example of how sometimes the smallest tools can end up being the most surprisingly useful, you won't find a better representation than the TowerSpin. At first glance, it's nothing more than a simple-looking compact screwdriver and drill. But spin the handle, and you'll quickly realize it's also doubling as a fidget-friendly, anti-stress gadget that can make repetitive tasks seem oddly satisfying. The starter kit itself also comes with 10 bits and 10 drill heads, ready to help you tackle everything from tightening glasses to assembling furniture. And thanks to the clever TowerSpin bearings, it can reach 15,000 revolutions per minute. The creative team behind this very cool little tool really hopes it'll exceed expectations, and they know that you'll carry it everywhere. And with good reason too. It's compact, clever, and surprisingly capable. And its compact design means it fits comfortably in tight spaces, while the spinning handle lets you apply torque smoothly and with perfect control. All this comes at $39, making it a small investment for a tool that promises so much. The Milwaukee MX Fuel Pipe Threading Machine is another stellar example of how good the company is at creating the best tools for any application as the industry field's first cordless threading system. it's slowly going to redefine job site efficiency. This robust machine produces up to 140 threads per charge, allowing professionals to work uninterrupted without the need for outlets. Since versatility is one of its main design points, this tool threads pipes ranging from 1/8 of an inch to 2 inches, or 0.32 centimeters to 5.08 centimeters in diameter, and handles materials including black iron, stainless steel, and rigid metal conduit. Its dual hammer chuck is there to accommodate roll grooving attachments without requiring additional adapters, and the special pipe threading die head ensures the most precise thread quality. Plus, the self-contained oil reservoir is there to minimize the mess. There's also a spring-assisted cart that enhances portability, and the machine can be stored upright to save space. It's equipped with one key technology, so users can track the tool's location and lock it out for added security. It sells for $7,000. When Husqvarna makes something, the odds of it being the best in its class are pretty high, and that's why we decided to feature the WS 482HF. This isn't just another wall saw either. It's a heavy-duty concrete cutting beast. The saw packs a formidable 25 horsepower into a water-cooled electric motor that weighs just 62 pounds or 28 kilograms, giving it a power-to-weight ratio that's hard to beat. It slices through reinforced concrete, brick, and other stubborn materials with the kind of ease you'd never have expected. And the cutting depth is an impressive 28.7 inches or 73 centimeters. It uses blades as large as 63 inches or 160 centimeters. And the addition of 2 gearbox speeds and dual feeding motors mean you can power through deep cuts and delicately trim stair and bevel edges with the same level of ease. Moreover, the modular design and even weight distribution will make setup and transport feel refreshingly quick, and a wireless remote is there to keep every cut precise and safe. But with an upper-tier price of $93,176, the WS 482HF definitely isn't for every workshop. Here is another incredible Milwaukee invention that we could not leave off our list. The Ringer Roll Groover is trying to make the point that innovation isn't always about reinventing the wheel, and it isn't that far off. It claims to be the world's first cordless roll groover, powered by Milwaukee's beefy battery platform. It delivers up to 50 clean, uniform grooves on a single charge, which means you can finish an entire day's worth of pipe prep without hunting for an outlet. Its groove depth control is on point too. All it takes is just a quick adjustment and you're dialed in to match different pipe tolerances without fumbling for extra tools. This translates to faster setup, less downtime, and professional-grade precision every single time. Because it's cordless, you can go where traditional groovers can't, from rooftops to more remote sites, or even just really tight spaces where dragging extension cords is a nightmare. Of course, performance like this doesn't come cheap, and you'll have to fork out $4,000. There are certain tools that don't solve revolutionary problems, but instead tackle issues workers have to face on the daily. And if this intrigues you, keep your eyes peeled. For those who are in the know, it won't be that much of a plot twist that Hilti products have always had a special knack for turning tough, messy jobs into almost effortless work. Their GTB 6X A22 tube belt sander carries on that tradition, since it is built on the same design principles that have shaped so many of their tools. That's how you can trust that when a pipe shows up with burrs, rust, or seams that look like they've been through a small war, the GTB 6X A22 will still deliver on results. This cordless tube belt sander runs anywhere from 12.5 to 27.5 feet per second, or 3.8 to 8.4 meters per second, ultimately giving you the ability to switch from aggressive grinding to smooth mirror finish polishing with almost no effort. And it doesn't shy away from mixing with all kinds of materials either. If it's metal and cylindrical, this sander's ready to go. The cordless design also means no wrestling with power cords while you're halfway up on scaffolding. And honestly, $744 isn't a bad price for what it can do. Industrial packaging rarely gets anyone excited, but the Signode BXT4-16 cordless strapping tool might be able to turn this mundane task into something incredibly satisfying. This battery-powered beast delivers up to 600 cycles per charge, letting you strap down pallets all day without having to stop to search for the nearest outlet, and with precise fingertip control over both speed and tension. You can fine-tune every strap to match the job. Its upgraded battery life is more than a third larger than previous models, giving you up to 600 full strapping cycles before it even thinks about recharging. It's versatile too, working seamlessly with straps up to 0.04 inches or 1 millimeter thick, and it's lightweight enough to work for hours on end without any fatigue. Since the manufacturer really wanted to focus on user comfort, it also boasts an ergonomic handle and a full-color display for smoothly intuitive operation, and the entire body is made to be as lightweight as possible. The Bosch 18-volt lithium-ion battery is there to ensure long-lasting performance, and it currently retails for $2,946, which is more than worth it for the unrivaled performance. If there were a smart mode for woodworking, this would probably be as close as anyone can get. The Shaper Origin is an astonishingly clever little milling machine that reads CAD data, has an integrated touchscreen, and allows you to make adjustments to workpiece without too much hassle, as you can see in the video. Those features make it an all-around excellent choice for tasks such as making joints or inlays, and also for making those precision cuts that would normally make you hold your breath. But there's a twist. If you decide to try its special BenchPilot module, it goes from being a smart tool to something that is downright self-sufficient, basically being able to do the work of a human operator. It's not only automation, however. It's about transforming what are normally extremely tedious and time-draining jobs into neat, repeatable outcomes with as little effort as possible. Some might say that pairing the Origin with BenchPilot feels something like upgrading from a normal bike to a sleek e-bike. The complete set, the Machine Plus module, is going to set you back $4,800. Not all heavy lifting needs a full-size machine. Just take a look at the Shepik DP3000. This compact mini dumper might be small, but it's got a serious amount of work ethic built into its design and can haul up to 661 pounds or 300 kilograms of material around the worksite as if it's on a much larger machine. With all-wheel drive under its belt, it's happy to rumble over gravel, grass, or even mud. The controls are straightforward and well thought out. There's 3 forward gears and 1 reverse, so there's no need to start fiddling with buttons when you want to get moving. The robust tilting bucket makes unloading quick and clean, whether you're dealing with solid loads like bricks or loose bulk materials like gravel. Since Shepik designed it for versatility, it's equally great at home, on a landscaping project, a farm, or a tight renovation site. And at $1,156, it's a practical way to save your back while speeding up the job. The backbreaking job of tilling has now seen a much-needed transformation, and if this is right up your alley, don't go anywhere. The next time you have to cut through a thick, bulky steel pipe, you can just turn to Milwaukee instead, and rather let one of their power tools do the work for you. One of your first choices should be the Milwaukee Pipe Cutter, and it's not just because of the great brand name, but also because it's a great tool for such a low price. It sells for just $399, but works like something you'd expect to pay much more for. This cutter works like you would expect the pipe cutter to, and in fact, it can cut pipes up to 1 inch or 25 millimeter in diameter, as well as any other standard cutter, but has a few extra features that make it even more useful. For one, it's cordless, and that wireless freedom allows you to move around the job site without having to worry about finding a power source. It keeps overloads, overheating, and over-discharge in check by itself. Plus, on a single charge, with the built-in M18 red lithium battery, you're looking at up to 50 clean cuts with minimal prep. Working with tiles shouldn't have to be a nerve-wracking exercise in tile roulette or a gamble between your back and your bank account. But the only way you can know for sure that it won't turn into a costly disaster is to use the Rubi ELLIP SC vacuum lifter, the best advancement in the industry. It might be just a very simple idea, but its simplicity is actually what makes it so effective in the first place. This battery-powered vacuum lifter makes tile lifting what it always should have been, an effortlessly smooth and stress-free process. It uses a suction cup system to grip the tile securely, and one of its neatest features is the built-in light that serves as a grip status indicator. If the vacuum starts to drop anywhere, you'll know instantly, instead of finding out the hard way with a slip and inevitable crash. It can lift up to 121 pounds or 55 kilograms on rough surfaces and up to 220 pounds or 110 kilograms on smooth ones, and even has a special feature for holding narrower tiles without losing suction power. Renovating old doors and windows is rarely a tidy affair, but the Eibenstock EFS 200 was built by a group of technicians to make this a little easier and, more importantly, a little cleaner. This specialized tool tackles tricky frame removal with absolute precision while also keeping the mess to an absolute minimum, and it produces barely any dust compared to the more conventional demolition methods. This is thanks to the presence of the built-in vacuum port that hooks up to most standard vacuum systems, cutting down on cleanup time. It makes taking out tricky door and window frames a lot more manageable, and it expertly handles both straight and angled cuts, offering adjustable depth settings ranging from 0.3 to 2.7 inches or 1 to 7 centimeters. The thoughtful way it has been put together means there is no extra bulk. It's a solid, powerful tool that puts control and precision right where you need it and lets you dial it in for each job. Sometimes tools come with a bit of a drawback, such as the reverberation that travels through your hand, but now this problem is a thing of the past. Slate roofs are beautiful, but only right up until a single stubborn nail decides it's going to ruin your day by refusing to come out. And the longer you spend trying to dislodge it, the more likely you'll end up with a half a dozen fresh holes in your roof. That's where the Sealey Slater's Ripper can be your saving grace. It's the perfect tool for stripping down a roof. A lean, mean nail removing machine designed by a team of professionals to remove a significantly large amount of the work that usually goes into jobs like these. At 27.5 inches, or 70 centimeters long, and a mere 2.2 pounds or 1 kilograms. This tool is your lightweight, no-nonsense partner for all your future slate roof repairs. It's light enough to easily maneuver around with you, but long enough to give you the leverage you need when working at these kind of heights. The blade is hardened, spring-tempered steel, and the business end is 2 beveled hook edges designed to slide right under nail heads, even the ones buried deep in old timber. And it only costs $17. The Dentop shock-absorbing hammer is a revolutionary investment. It has a comfy, vibration-damping handle that soaks up almost all the shock from each hit, so your hands don't have to take the actual beating. It makes pounding intense stakes way easier with less effort and strain, perfect for quick, stress-free camping setups. For more tools, click on the video on the screen.